Oh shit, I put it would also let you basically have a lot of, like, Pokemon things.
And something else that would also be interesting if they actually did some, like, you know, some other game that's in Generation 1 again.
Fuck you guys!
This, like, if they did a game to where you were like Lily and were in Generation 1, another interesting thing that would do is this would be Generation 1 in Sun and Moon. Because...
Damn it!
Oh, that's a Kaizo trap. Because Red and...
Okay, we can keep talking.
Basically,
so if I just run the...
Because Red and Blue were older in Sun and Moon, that means this could potentially be a Kanto to where time is actually, you know, past and shit is radically different, almost making it a new game.
Essentially, it would be interesting if they did a bunch of the gems and stuff.
Yeah, because, again, the first game, it is so goddamn primitive, it needs a lot of it. It needs a lot of touch-ups.
Okay, good.
Oh, they only give you a lava bubble around the end.
Whew! Oh boy! Feeling hot, hot, hot.
It's getting red hot in here.
Wait, did I win? Woo! I bet the hard mode takes that path. Don't even remember where that is. I feel essentially you would get Kanto, and it could basically be a new game.
And potentially, if they carried over certain aspects of Kanto, but dropped others, again, don't let Fisher anywhere near Machamp. We don't need to do that. No guard Fisher does not need to be a thing.
Sure it does.
You can't even protect against it. When they say no guard, they literally mean no guard. I have heard that also stretches to such a ludicrous extreme. You can even hit something that has used fly or dig with moves that aren't Stone Edge and Earthquake, but I don't know how true that part is. Anyway, besides that, the other change it would do, as they said, this would allow you to get, you know, standard abilities for certain things easier.
You get standard abilities!
And also, if we actually did take some aspect from Generation 1, like its move tutor, but not all of them.
A Kangaskhan that has Scrappy
Can get seismic toss.
easily from a single game.
Potentially.
And then, okay.
Also, make Hornclaws a TM again. So much shit was benefited by Hornclaws. Make that a TM again.
My other theories for what the first Pokemon for Switch might be, if it's not a weird Lily-centric Pokemon that is basically, at that point, a new game. Another theory I've had...
I still have a theory that it will be some form of spin-off connected to one of the previous games because of that supposed leak of the game having that big altered battle system. I don't think they would have such a drastically altered battle system this far into the series. Because if you have a drastically altered battle system, that is mandatory. This is how the game works. Pokemon is a MOBA now. If you do something like that, Pokemon Bank has just become obsolete, and you have rendered everything up until this point pointless.
Basically... so another theory I have that doesn't seem outlandish is that it's a Generation 4 remake.
That one would be very interesting. You have to ride the Lava decks.
I know.
That one would be interesting, but I'm still on the fence of a Generation...
And we're basically warping again?
That would be interesting. I'm still on the fence of a Generation 4 remake, because there is a lot of shit that has technically lost its hidden ability, but at the same time, who wants to run Motham anyway?
What would... Essentially...
Oh yeah, watch out. He's running that hidden ability, Cricketune. That's a top tier threat right there.
Yeah, I forgot Cricketune existed.
I don't even remember what its hidden ability is.
And that makes me think of, and it's one of my favorite posts ever. It's only Pokemon fans will understand. And someone's like, what the hell? Yeah. Editing the cry in case you're confused.
And then they make a mega...
The best part about that post was they didn't have... They wrote the cry in text.
Yes.
It's like that guy who wanted to know the song he heard at the club. So
he was trying to describe club music. It goes over about as well as you think it would.
Something that would help and make a Generation 4 remake at the moment not so needed is it's a Generation 1. It's a Generation 1 remake. But they basically, by cramming... Oh, this challenge! By cramming a Generation 1 remake to be, like, the kind of standards of Generation 4... you might not need a...
Well, and again, we have, as I brought up before, the reason I am actually scared of a Generation 4 remake. I want it. If that happens, that will fix all of my problems with those games, but well, the game just denied you. It was like, no, bitch.
What are we aiming for?
Anyway, as I said, I do want that, but one, it does feel a little bit redundant because, you know, as we edge ever closer to Generation 4, the shit we would need to change in a remake starts to get phased out, but besides...
See?
Yeah, but besides that, the other...
That's the hidden mode.
Besides that, the other reason I am scared of a remake is because, well, if it was, you know, a remake...
Into the pit again! You can literally...
I don't care any... What I was trying to say, like, if you remade Generation 4, that would mean that you were remaking Diamond and Pearl, and that is terrible right there. Diamond and Pearl are awful.
They are.
Platinum is the only reason it was good. So you would have to really heavily have the remake be based off of Platinum, which is weird because Heart Gold and Soul Silver kinda did some shit like that, drawing a lot more from Crystal because of how bad the original Gold and Silver are. But then Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire actually kind of regressed a little and based more off of Ruby and Sapphire, which again are terrible because the incomplete ones are always terrible. They literally all they did for Glacia was give her Frostlass. It's still 2 Frostlass, but she still only has 3 different families of Pokemon.
So the second part of my Generation 4 remake theory was basically, because it was going to be on the Switch, this would be the first time ever the remake is just straight out the complete version.
Which would be amazing and good, and if they do that, that is what they should do.
Oh, Lily! Everyone said, oh, the Lily-centric game is dumb, and
which is, again, weird, because I remember seeing that as because of some, again, questionable rumors that may or may
How many are we missing?
too many.
How am I missing 12? How am I missing 12?
I said too many. This is really scattering things, but that's
Good
what.
Lord.
The points are really scattering things, but that's kind of because that's how information about the Pokemon for the Switch is because you have, you know, an obviously fake leak that is totally 100% obvious, and fake will come up, and it's like, you know, people don't pay any mind to it because, as I said before, it's like, oh, that leak is obviously fake, and then those are always the ones that turn out to be real. Anyway, to go.
Okay, so other than the abstract art, so we have the. Okay, let's look at the list. Let's go down and see. Okay. 7 piled on the salt and a top, so it's probably 7 is probably.
Pile on the salt. I've been doing that for parts now, game.
But that's.
Don't you actually have a RAM shot saved in your computer?
You know, I forgot about that, so you brought it up.
Fucking edit it in there.
I have too much shit in that computer.
Anyway, to get back to the supposed Generation 8 starters, even though I believe these leaks are fake, but I just did want to, you know, talk about what they could potentially be stat-wise, because, you know, everyone was focusing on the designs when the designs aren't the shit that matters. The shit that matters is stats and all.
Even though no one does that.
And that's why I want to actually give these things the benefit of the doubt, because what they potentially have the potential of being. Okay, it was essentially, like I said, the grass one, it was a bear that apparently gained the electric typing, and it becomes its final form. The fire one is a horse that apparently gains the steel typing, and then the water one stays as this, like, coral Pokemon that apparently stays pure water. Because of that, based on these typings, I feel the ideas, depending on where they go, again, if any of the shit ends up being real, it's not that bad, because Grass Electric is actually the decent offensive typing, and you just, at that point, absolutely shit all over any and all water or types, no matter. I can't really think of any other.
I'm missing 12, which is okay. So 1 is the abstract art.
I can't really think of any other moves like something like that could get, but both physically and specially, Grass and Electric have good coverage options, and then you potentially have annoyance if you can get shit like Worry Seed, Seed Bomb, and Thunder Wave. The Fire one, I am actually really. That's one I would actually be really interested in, and depending on if these rumors do end up true and things, and these end up real, and then, you know, later on we have a full leak of the structure the game has, I might actually, depending on what ends up leaking later.
Okay, so for the hard mode race, if I just get up here. Yeah. Amazing jump.
Depending on what possibly could end up leaking later, and watch, I feel like because the universe, you know, because the universe must always contradict shit.
Oh! It's mute sounds in here.
Basically, I feel like because the universe must always contradict shit like this, I'll sit here, say something about this supposed leak, say something about how fake it is, and then 3 days later, you know, another leak comes out later that basically, like,
Lord.
It confirms the previous one or something.
Oh, man, that is.
You know, what I was going to say, Fire Steel, first of all, that is a really good type combination, and that's actually the reason I didn't expect, that's actually a funny reason I feel these leaks aren't 100% real, is the only time before they gave a starter the steel typing before, they literally gave the other
God
two
damn it.
starters a secondary type to counter it.
God damn it! Ah, this is.
Alright, does the Okay, the chunks do come back.
Come on. But it seems to...
Does it reset? Oh, it seems to reset every one of them. Okay.
You have to get the... Oh, come on! You have to get, like, the exact... perfect arc.
The best answer I could give is maybe try to follow the shadow of them. It's the best answer I could maybe give.
Oh, come on!
Wait. Wait, no! You got it!
Booyah, last time.
And anyway, as I was saying, was the positive things. The fire one getting the steel typing, I actually kind of feel like that's, that is actually kind of a red flag for me, making me feel like the leak is, kind of fake, because a typing like Steel and Dragon, you don't just casually give one of those out to the starter, because depending on which one you give it to, because the funny thing is, both of them actually resist water and grass, I believe, so...
Did I miss anything in here?
So you could potentially end up with an objectively best type out of them if, you know, you did.
No, I didn't. So, the...
If, like, you
That's
did.
true.
And I know people are going to say but Empoleon, but as I said before, literally the only time they've given Steel to one of the starters, they threw Fighting and Ground onto the other two purely to balance that back out. Because Empoleon, because of the Steel typing, Fire, it basically, Steel doesn't get beaten by Fire because it's part water, and it also now actually lost its grass weakness. So out of those two, their main two types, you know, they have to super effectively hit Empoleon was Fighting and Ground to beat it.
How are we missing like 12?
Go look at the list and see if the turnip thing, if there is a third one. There is a third.
Ah, shit. Well, there's no proof that that's a third one of these.
I feel like it is only because the next thing immediately after it is the Luncheon Time Trials.
Oh, good lord. I'm gonna scour around for that, then. I'm honestly banking on the Lily game or a Surprise Generation 4 remake to be more likely than the next
Or they then throw a complete curveball because there were...
Where would the last set of...
Or they throw a complete curveball, and there was a rumor that there was a rumor going around that the Switch game that the region would be based on, like, Italy or something,
Where would that turnip be?
I don't know.
Because that's my... Because it's... There's nothing up here. Those turnips need to be on land. And there's no...
Go back to the one area was the giant soup pot. I want to see how many areas connect off from it.
Unless we are doing around the mountain shenanigan bullshit, you're...
Again.
But that would mean that it's like over there, and you have to...
And that's why it's the third one, because it is the farthest away.
Okay, guys! So my question of the day is, if you played this game and did that one music challenge I played near the end of this video, did you have any trouble with it? I thought I would ask because, as you could see in the video, it took me a couple of tries to get it right. I wanted to know if anyone else had problems with that one challenge. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments below, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you liked my video, please hit the like button and leave some comments. If you're new to my channel and want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscription button and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please ring the bell next to the subscription button. That gives you the proper notifications of whenever I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. Doing all of these things really helps out the channel, and it really helps our communities grow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.